getting ready for all the international guests.
That I think sums up the experience of being a YouTuber perhaps better than any other.
This video, I don't know,
What do you think most important issue here?
Okay, welcome back. This is round 2 about Oriental Pearl and abroad in Japan. Usually I don't make a part 2 of any type of content, but I want to address a couple of things that has happened or has occurred since this whole drama has been going back and forth.
To present news in an objective manner in 2025. And so at this point you might be thinking, okay, right, so what's happened to Japan? What happened next? And lean in, come closer, come over. That was it.
On our jokes, he lashed out at me multiple times with a red herring argument, to which I told him, what the fuck does that have to do with graffiti?
And I got CB here again with me to, back me up if you feel. Well, CB, you can say whatever you want. I'm not here to have you back me up, but you can say how you feel about the whole, drama too.
Absolutely. I just saw that rebuttal from Oriental Pearl, and I think she nailed it on the head. It's kind of sad that it's come to this, but I think there are definitely people in the works that are trying to, behind the scenes, are trying to destroy her, and I see that now. And coming from the industry that I grew up in, it's very evident, and good on her for calling it out. I think what she's going through a lot is quite similar to what a lot of Black people go through, in the States and in Europe
And here.
and in Japan
And
as
here.
well,
And
in
here.
Japan as well.
Let me point out this.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay.
I want to first say that YouTube and any social media platform, especially YouTube, was designed to be a tool, a form of communication, a form of education. And with that being said, some people take advantage of it. Some people use it as a weapon or weaponize it. And what has happened is that a lot of people use it or say the things that they say, knowing that, you can't see the person on the other side. A lot of people, what I didn't like about it is it didn't have to come out, it didn't have to get that dirty. It was just, calling out names and calling people outside their names and stuff. It didn't need to be like that. It was an issue. It was a disagreement, and people got nasty. And that's one of the reasons why social media is sometimes bad, because it can be the monster, it can be the beast. And some people were just attacking, even though they didn't know what was really going on. They was jumping on that bandwagon.
Well, exactly. There were other YouTubers, I won't mention names, but there were other YouTubers that were, let's say, picking Chris's side, even if they didn't mean to, but you could tell they were leaning more towards his side. And none of them really know the story, but they think just because Chris has been here for so long that he's in tune or understands, Japanese thinking and how Japanese feel, and he is more compassionate, more sensitive to their needs, and Oriental Pearl is not, when she actually is, and she has dedicated so much of her time and life to Japan. So it irks me that people look at her as this woman, this white woman.
For being a white woman, the white woman. Oddly, something I don't use to refer to myself in the titles and thumbnails. That's something Chris completely projected onto me.
As someone who's trying to cheat the system, or is insensitive towards Japanese and trying to, take advantage of them, and what about Chris as somebody who is a white man? So what makes him different from Oriental Pearl? I don't get that.
Yeah, when lots of times when I deal with, you know, a lot of different people and I talk to a lot of people about these situations, I address it. You know, when I first met Oriental Pearl, um, I looked at it as a, you know, just a white woman that was in Japan doing that. And yeah, and the way she was doing it, I didn't really care about it. That was her niche. But I still respected it. I didn't jump on, that's not fair. That's how it is. And that's one of the things that I didn't like is that, you know, people prejudging. And, you know, if you look at these contents right here, every one of these contents, take a look at this one, this one, this one. I would say 80% of these people right here that made these stories all jumped on Chris's side because, oh, Chris is great. They like abroad in Japan, and this that's the thing. But
I mean, I'm Japanese, right? I don't care who's win. I don't care Oriental Pearl win, this drama or Chris win. I really do not care.
the issue was about graffiti. Now, one of the things that now Oriental Pearl sent me a video, and then I researched it. If you take a look at this video right here, this is about Fukuoka graffiti, and this is the graffiti. This is the story. They did a story, the same thing. It was the same thing about graffiti in Japan. Same content, same situation. So it was an issue. I don't see the difference in that. So it was an issue, and a lot of people made it an issue. But when she went to talk about it, everyone's acting like it was crap. So that's one of the things I really didn't like about that. Again, I'm going to say this to you again, Chris. You can send me a comment. Please send me a comment, and you guys send me a comment. Why can't you talk to this woman? Why can't you meet with this woman? And it doesn't need to be like this. You guys are both in the same area, live in the same area, living in Japan. Two foreigners from different spectrums can't get along, and it's ridiculous. It's sad. So my point I'm saying to you again, Chris, why can't you talk to this person?
And I want to say, also to Chris, what is it? There's something more visceral, something really deep, because we were just saying, it's not about the content. You have some animosity towards her that's very unhealthy, and I would like to know what it is. Why do you resent this woman so much? And you cannot. Is pride that much to you where you can't reach out to the woman and just talk to her or send her a DM? Why not do it now? Again, DM her and just say, look, let's talk. Let's try to figure this out. Let's squash it. Because like you said, live in the same city practically together. They're, quasi neighbors,
Yeah.
semi. So it's like you're sharing there, but he's almost acting like a dog that wants to, piss on a tree and mark his territory and says, well, you know what? This town ain't big enough for both of us, and you can't come in. Only the big boys can play, and that's wrong. And I think there's a lot of ego, in all of this.
This is where we're at right now. It doesn't need to be like that. I want to say this to a lot of the watchers out there, a lot of the listeners. I'm not a big YouTuber. I like watching people's content, and I hope people like watching my content. And thank you for the people that are. Thank you for the people that have subscribed to my channel too.
Same here.
I want to say to the listeners out there, this is not who we are, and this is not what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be better than